All right, we're there. We're good. Let's get that going.
Okay. I think we're live here. We're live here.
We are live. What's going on? All right, little feedback. All right, welcome everyone. We are so excited to be bringing to you the inaugural KFIT Talk with Dani K and Jon Koga. It's a long time overdue here. Many of you guys know us. For those of you that don't know us, my name is Jon Koga. I am over 30 years in the fitness industry. As we like to say, how can that be if I'm only 35? But nevertheless, we want to welcome you to our podcast and our live. All right, been in the industry for over 30 years. Dani K and myself, which I'll introduce in one second. We met a couple of years back in some fitness projects that we were working on, and our paths crossed, and they just stuck together, man. So I'm excited to have partnered up with Dani K to do this podcast for you guys in these live once a week with our KFIT Talk. It all ties into both of our brands. Koga is really mine and Dani's as far as I'm concerned, and all the other certified Koga fitness instructors out there around the world. We want to bring you guys on as special guests. But, Dani K and myself have been discussing and doing something like this for a while now, and the time is right. And the old saying in life, you got to just throw yourself into it, all right? So we put this together to tie into both of our brands, the Koga brand, the Dani K, Dani Knight brand, and also to our KFIT 31-month mission brand, all right? So we thought this was a great platform to reach out to you guys, bring on special guests. We'll have guest speakers. We'll bring, we'll do all sorts of stuff. Listen, the podcast and the live is called it's about fitness, food. What else am I missing? Fitness, food, life, and fun. All right, I'll say it again. Fitness, food, life, and fun. So whatever the current events are, and we'll go easy with some of them might be. God knows we don't want to discuss all of them, but nevertheless, we want to bring to you guys an exciting podcast and live so you guys can get to know Dani K and myself a little better, all right? So I want to introduce Dani K down there in Maryland. My name is Jon Koga. I'm up here in New York, and I want to bring on Dani K right now, my partner in crime. Dani, tell us about your excitement about the KFIT Talk, and give everybody a little bit of information and background on yourself, guys. This is Dani K from Dani K Gym and Wellness. Take it away, Dani.
What's up? So yes, definitely a long time coming for this. Like we've been talking for at least a year to do this, right? So finally we're hitting it, and what better time to do it? It's always the time. Right now is always the best time to do anything. Don't put it off. But yeah, so, I myself have been doing this for 30 years, and it's hard to believe because Jon, I'm only 22. So there you go.
This is true. This is true.
But yeah, so, 8.5 years, July will be 9 years that I have my gym, went through some rocky roads this past 2020, but thank God for my members. My members have, been killing it for me. And, by the grace of God, I'm still kicking it and I love it. Personal training, life and wellness coach, nutrition, proper nutrition. And that's part of everything that we talk about. Right. Yeah. So, it's not any of these fad diet bull crap things. So anyway, so y'all are gonna get into it. And I don't know, Jon, I don't have Facebook up. So if you have any Facebook and comments, or if there's anybody on YouTube or whatever, as the comments pop up, but we can maybe kind of moderate that stuff in there too, but yeah, definitely anybody watching this, please feel free to comment and ask questions or whatever. And, we'll try and moderate them. We'll try and answer them as we're on, but if we don't get to your question, we'll definitely, see it, as we go to the, the Facebook or, the different pages that we have it on, and definitely get back to anybody. But, at any rate, so what's going on? We've had snow. And we've had more snow, and we've had more snow.
So
I'm freaking done with it.
So you're trying to tell me shoveling has become part of your workout, or not really?
Man, no. Oh my God, man! I worked 7 to 7 yesterday. I go home, it's dark, and thank God for my electrician Tony, which is also our Koga fitness instructor Tony.
Hey, Tony, shout out to Tony.
he put my lights up, through when it was warm weather out, and thank God, because I would have been shoveling in the complete dark. But it's 7 o'clock at night. I'm shoveling my freaking driveway, and I was like, oh my God, all I want to do is just go home, eat some dinner, grab me a shower.
I hear you. Hey guys, listen. So as far as there being any kind of structure today, this is the inaugural. This is our season 1, episode 1. So we kind of just want to have some fun and bounce back and forth. Of course, there'll be a little method to our madness in the future. We're going to talk everything from supplements to workouts to nutritional programs to an app that you guys have been hearing about from us for 30 years that your grandkids are hearing about it. Shout out to Jeff Katowski, still working on the app. So yeah, we didn't forget about it, but it's really about each and every one of you. And it's for those of you listening to this podcast for the first time, or those of you that want to find the podcast, I believe it's across all podcast platforms.
Yeah.
You can go to KFIT Talk with Dani and Jon, Dani K and Jon Koga. And we appreciate you guys following it. It's about having fun. We told you this podcast and these lives are about fitness, food, life, and fun. And if you're not having fun, you're not going to do it. You're not going to pay attention. You're not going to engage. Dani K and myself, we pride ourselves, and I sincerely mean this. We pride ourselves on being able to do what we love to do for all these years, because each and every person that's walked into my class, my gym, Dani's gym, into our lives, that allowed us to come into their life and just, contribute to whatever they want, their results, mentally, physically, emotionally, so Dani, right? I mean, Dani, how this journey is. It's about just, go ahead.
And part of our success, I mean, for those of y'all, John's always very, very humble. And that's part of why I love him so much. But, he's a celebrity trainer in New York. I mean, he's trained all the big names. But you'd never, he drives up here in my Dani Cage studio in his little hoopty. And I'm like, what the hell? What the hell do you got here, boy? And then he's got these other flashy cars that he almost let me get when I had that car accident. Almost a year ago, I had that car accident, dude.
Oh man, wow.
And I would have been riding around in a fancy Coca car, but part of why we are so successful is our passion. It's not a job, it's our passion, right? Yes. Every time somebody tells me, it's oh, I got to go to work tomorrow. Oh, me, I say I got to go to the gym. It's work. Yeah, I'm working, but I don't look at it as, that 9 to 5, going to the office or the warehouse or the whatever it is, I'm going to the gym, right? Yeah. And it's not because I'm going to the gym to work out. I'm going to the gym to work, but I love what I do. Years ago, and I think I've told you this, and you've probably heard this either through me or through, other people, but years ago, somebody said, find something that you love doing. Find a way of making money at it. You'll never work a day in your life. God's honest truth. For the past 30 years, I have not. I mean, I've been busting my ass. I've been in the hustle, but I haven't worked. You know what I mean? I love what I do, man.
Well, Dani, we love what you do, and so does each and every one of your members, and anybody that you have this infectious energy about yourself. And guys, I got to tell you, Dani's got, and you'll learn in future podcasts. Dani's been through some, like each and every one of us, man. We've had loss in our lives. We've had, on the bottom looking up, not a penny left in our bank accounts. We got to figure it out. So part of this podcast is called Life. And that's exactly what we're going to discuss, how we both got through, losing our moms, we're very close to, so like I said, when Dani and me finally were able to sit down, when I did drive my little Koga hoopty down there, and we got to, really to share each other's stories, because that's what it's all about. We noticed that we had a lot in common, and let's not discuss being humble, because this beautiful young lady at 30 this year, she's the most humble person on the planet, and she's single. Oh, I didn't say that. Anyway, I didn't say that.
Whatever.
Okay, so like I said, it's about life. We're doing this because we like to. It's funny because in my personal life, people really don't know much about me, which is just the way I choose to do. In my fitness life or my professional life, I try to make sure that we lend an open ear to each and every person that asks for it, Dani. You know, there are plenty of times when Dani's, you know, wants to get in her car and head out, but, you know, people are talking to her about X, Y, and Z life, about anything, you know, who's having a baby, who lost a loved one. God knows that with COVID-19 right now, there are just we're in a sad state of affairs, emotionally, financially, and spiritually. Many of us are. But if you find something like Dani says that you love, whether it's fitness, whether it's whatever, collecting cans, just go for it. You have to go for it, man, because we're learning. I'm learning, and I think everybody's learning throughout the last year. You know, I'm not a cliche guy, but, you know, here's a cliche. You know, they say life is too short, and you really don't know when it's going to end, folks. You know, so make sure, God willing, it's not going to end. Like in Italian, we say chin down 100 years. Let's hope it doesn't happen for another 100 years. But you got to do what you love. You got to have fun, and that's why when we put this together, we feel that, you know, and you're going to hear me and Dani K going at it. Trust me on that as well. You know, my little stubbornness and procrastination sometimes drives her nuts, but I look to her for guidance and for support and for motivation. Dani, tell me about motivation. Dani, what are your thoughts on how to motivate our listeners right now to really engage and enjoy the content that we'll be providing for them?
Yeah. So, I mean, with motivation, like all the time, everyone always says, you know, like, Dani, I need that motivation, blah, blah, blah. And I can give you all the motivational tools, you know, and we know this. Like, I can give all the motivational tools. You can give all the motivational tools. Hang on. Yes,
see,
let them
guys,
in.
You see, this is life. That's justice, letting the fun be in the gym.
Well, somebody's ringing the doorbell, so I don't know what the heck's going on. And so thank God Dawn's out there. So yeah, but
I told you. You never know what you're going to get. You never know what you're going to get.
It's like life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get.
This is true.
But so yeah. So what?
Be prepared.
I don't know.
All right. If it's hurting your ears, I don't know. Sorry about that, guys.
I don't know where Sam is. I don't know Sam. Okay, sorry, guys. I'm sorry.
We're learning this, guys. We're learning it.
Well, I mean, it's the whole thing of like, we're live, right? And so like, I'm live running a business, you know, so it's like if somebody knocks on the door asking for Sam, sorry. I don't know of any Sam that's in this thing. So anyway, so motivation. So again, you know, a lot of times people look to us for motivation, and we can give them motivational tools. We can give them motivational sayings all the time. Every single morning I start my Facebook off with some sort of motivational, you know, like thing. And so many people look forward to that, and they comment and they message me and text me and all that stuff. You know, and I always tell people, like, you want to intend your day, you know, like, and it sounds cliche-ish, whatever. It sounds like a bunch of BS, but it's not. It's true. Like, if you start and intend your day, I'm not saying that you're starting your day, intending your day, and throwing all that positive stuff out there, and it's putting up a barrier. Nothing's going to come at you, because shit's going to come at you, right? But it's because you're in a better frame of mind that shit that comes at you, you can handle it better, right? So you always want to start off, and you know, like I said, we can give you all the motivational tools that you know, motivational sayings and all this stuff. But you have got to do it. You have got to get off your ass, and you have got to go do whatever it is. Whether it's walk around the school track, whether it's go to Jon Koga's class, whether it's go to, you know, my gym or Tony's Koga class, or, you know, put a DVD in, or put the YouTube video on, whatever, you know, pull up the app, you know, and do exercise, or whatever it is. Ask for that raise, you know, get that new car, like whatever it is, you have got to do it. You know, it's like you got the talk, and you've got the thoughts, but you got to put that action to it, you know. And you know, and everybody says, oh yeah, you motivated me. Okay, so did I motivate you to get your shit going? Or you still sitting on the couch going, oh yeah, you motivated? Because, you know, again, you have to take that action. And with anything, you know, whether it's losing weight, getting a better job, getting a haircut, like whatever it might be, you've got to take the action, or you'll never get what you want.
I definitely agree. And And folks, as you can see, like Dani's just got the gift. She motivates all of us. But we have our days, like I had mentioned, where Dani gets up early like me, five. She gets up maybe 4:30, 5 o'clock. To start. There you go, to start her day. What gets you out of bed each day? Why was yesterday so much different from me getting out of bed this morning? Nothing really significantly changed. I didn't hit the lotto. I still have to get up and train my clients and get myself motivated to go teach my classes or whatnot. But why is it some days that you just don't want to take it, and your body could be maybe fatigued or just run down? Why is it so hard to pull our head off the pillow on certain days and not on other days? And that's the psychology behind this whole industry when it comes to motivation, health, and wellness. It's like you're going to have your days. One day you're on top of the world. Next day we're down in the valley and the doldrums, and you say to yourself, wait, I didn't have tragic loss. I didn't hit the lotto. Why? It's the emotional state of mind. So we tell people in this industries, you have to get your mind right, and I'm going to go toward the mindset topic on this. And once again, if you did just deal with a loss or tragedy or whatnot, listen, man, all bets are off. You guys, you know how that works. You have to have the right support team around you, and we're here to support you. So you're going to have your peaks and your valleys on your daily inspirations and motivations. And I found that, just take the first step, get yourself up, get into your routine. If you're a coffee drinker, have your coffee. But the worst thing I find that I can do is have to feel like I'm rushed. I don't like to feel rushed, because when you're rushing, that brings on anxiety. And when you have anxiety, whatever your task is that you're going to do, teach a Koga class, get ready for work, you're at the red light, you're raging, you're blowing stop signs for what? Trying to point the finger to everybody else in the world, except wait, it's because I couldn't get out of bed 3 minutes earlier to make up for this. So, once again, folks, we're not picking topics here. We're just kind of freestyling right now. And I want to just tell you guys that each and every day is going to be different, right, Dani?
Yeah. I mean, like I said, I get up every morning, 4 a.m. My lights are out. Come on.
Well, I think Dani's at the strip club, guys. I don't know what's going on.
So, every morning my alarm goes off at 4 a.m. and I intend my day. Everybody's like, why you get up so early? Because I set my day and intend my day. I have my time and I get my mindset right to be able to do what I need to do and set those tasks at hand. Like you just said, if you get up, like, oh shit, I only got 15 minutes. Okay, coffee, banana, go. And then you're like honking the horn at everybody and you're pissed off at everybody because they're getting in your way. There one time, you're not. Like, get pissed at yourself. Take your own responsibility for what you did. Like you couldn't get out of bed, right? So for me, like, this is why I do this. Like, I get up in plenty of time, and I always 4 a.m. I get up and I intend my day. I go through my thoughts. I do my thank yous. And even after Koga class, we always do that whole thing. And and I always say, before you put foot to floor every single morning, say 2 words, thank you. Say these words, and it's not just BS. It's setting and intending your day. And if you wake up, and people also, like, I'm going to fast forward. People also say, I don't have enough time. Well, I got 24 hours in my day. You got 24 hours in your day. She's got 24. He's got 24. We all have the same 24 hours. It's how we manage it. Right. So it's like, if everybody got the same paycheck, let's just say everybody got, $1,000, paycheck, and, you saved everything or whatever, or you spent money on this, or you spent money and you bought a whole bunch of different things for $1,000. This person bought one thing for $1,000. Well, how come, John? How come you got a whole bunch of stuff? Well, because he was, he managed his money correctly, right? So it's managing your money, I always put, with time, money, and calories with food, it's all about managing. And you manage your shit right, you're going to have more of it, right? So, and people say, well, I don't have enough time in the day. Well, what time do you get up? 8 o'clock? Okay, get up at 7. You got one more hour, right? Well, but then that means I got to go. You know what? I go home, I take a shower if I don't have to shovel. I take a shower, eat dinner, and then, I'm like, I got to go through, because I've had so many hours away from my phone. I got to go through my notifications and look at everything and blah, 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 catch up on everything. So, I'm pretty much not in bed until like 10, 11 o'clock at night. And then I wake up at 4. it's a great day if I can get to bed at 9 or 9:30, you know what I mean? But that hardly ever happens, you know?
Right.
So, I mean, like, but for me, it's all about the hustle. I don't care what time I go to bed. I mean, I do, but I'm just saying, like, I don't care what time I go to bed. I'm still up at 4 a.m. Monday through Friday. I've got to, like, that's my routine. And of course, like with me, I'm a little OCD, and I'm, on that addict side, which, I always talk, and I'm always upfront with my clients and anyone that wants to know anything, about my addictions, my anorexia, my bulimia. That's all a part of my control issues. So I have to control myself. Like, I have to be in control, and you could set your watch to my calendar. Like, everybody knows exactly what I'm doing, when I'm doing it. I am so routine. If I get out of my routine, I'm just like, oh no, you know what I mean? Like, so I have to stay on that routine. That's another thing that motivates me, because I know that if I don't stay on my routine, my day is shit,
Yeah, I hear.
So, yeah.
So Dani, the takeaway from that, which was really, it's very meaningful, is that obviously no matter what you're doing in life, you should really have some kind of routine. You should set some kind of a game plan. All right, which even when I teach, I'm a fly by the seat of my pants type of guy.
Yeah.
When it comes to that, but so how would we, like, so somebody that's listening to this might say, I've tried everything. I've had motivational speakers. I've sat down with life coaches. I've sat down, everybody tells me the same thing. You got to write it down. You have to set a journal. How about the person that just says, I can't, not that I can't, I know you're not a big, I can't person, but what's the first, so what do you suggest, whether it's, listen, the bottom line is, whether it's you're putting together a program or a journal for working out, for nutrition, for your meal planning. All right. I feel like the message that should be sent really home right now to everybody is that don't worry about 5 days from now planning. Plan out your day today. Say this morning, like Dani said, I'm going to get up 6, 7, 8 minutes earlier. I think it's about getting regimented. And then I really believe that once we start seeing some kind of results, I'm not talking about results where it's just losing weight, results in the sense that you have more mental clarity, you have mental focus, because you're not rushing to get, back into the rat race. So for the person that is just like, guys, I've tried doing this a million times, like, what can we say to the person right now that's sitting there saying, guys, I've heard this from everybody. What makes Jon Koga and Dani K's program and systems, going to help me? How would you answer that to them, Dani? How would you answer them?
We do it.
Yeah, just do it.
You know what I mean? Like, we
yes.
do it. I mean, that's the key. It's like, again, like I said, like, I can tell you exactly what I do, how to do it, when to do it. But the whole thing, it comes down to self-responsibility. Like, you have to actually implement it and do it. A lot of times, I'll go through things with different people, different conversations, and they're like, well, but and they come up with all kinds of excuses as to why this wouldn't work, or this won't work, or but have you tried that? Well, no, not really. I just kind of know. Like, how do you know if you haven't tried it? You know what I mean? Like,
right.
So my thing is, like, do it. So if like you're wondering how can waking up 7 minutes early gonna help me? Well, try it. Like, have you done it before? No. Well, try it. What are you gonna lose? You're gonna lose 7 minutes of sleep. Oh, I'm sorry. You're gonna, like, die for that day because you lost 7 minutes of sleep.
Right.
The thing is, well, if you wake up 7 minutes early, 10 minutes early, whatever, and then you have a great day, and like that gave you, like, wow, that gave me 10 more minutes in the day. What if I wake up 20 more minutes? You know what I mean? Like, so it's like you said, you start seeing those results. So the whole thing is, like, again, we can give you all the tools and tell you what you should do and what we do. And that's how we get our motivation and do our thing. But the whole thing is just doing it. You have to you have to put action to words. You have to implement things.
And also, Dani, I also think that we should also mention that, guys, 9 out of 10 times you're going to fail. But here's the deal. Let's say you made it halfway through your day and you're doing great. You ate the meal plan that Dani wrote up for you. You went to your HIIT class. You did your Zumba class. Whatever you did, you halfway through the day, all of a sudden now you fall off for whatever. You ate a box of donuts. You decided, you weren't going to drink, and you had a glass of. You got to understand something. I think we all make the mistake by saying, okay, I'm just going to restart this tomorrow. I'm going to hit restart. No. There's still 18 hours left in your day. Whatever the next obstacle and hurdle is that you're going to encounter, and you will, because You know, our daily routines, we're constantly encountering hurdles and obstacles and putting out little fires. You can't throw in the towel at every single time you feel like, okay, I screwed it up. I got to go back. There's no tomorrow. Tomorrow never comes. You need to go forward from that point on and say, I'm going to dust the shirt off, the dirt off these shoulders, and I'm going to confront it because it's coming. It's inevitable. You know, there's something coming your way. Good, bad, and indifferent. So confront it and just overcome it. And if you fail, you pick yourself up, you put your big girl's pants back on, you put your H on your chest. And I know I'm being a little facetious, I'm being a little condescending when I say that, but I'm really not.
But it's true.
You got to just do it, guys, because I learned in life, guess who's going to help you out the most in your entire life? Guess who's going to help you out? Thank you. You are going to help yourself out, all right?
Yeah.
I know it's easier said than done.
And the thing is, you know, as we say, you know, 10% what happens, 90% how you respond to it, right? So if, you know, something, you know, came at you and you know, it looked like it was a failing thing, or it was frustrating or whatever, like you said, you're going to throw in the towel? No, it's 90% of how you respond to it. So it's just like, you know, it comes at you, okay, I got this, you know, and then move on. Because if you handle that one great, then the next thing that comes to you might not be as bad. But if you handle that first stumbling block of the day with like, you know what I mean? Like the next one's just gonna be even worse, and next one's worse. And then you've, like, before you know it, you've had like a shitty day. And I'm like, really, like, no one has a shitty day unless you make it happen that way. Because, you know, if somebody, you know, at 7 a.m. driving down the road cuts you off, and at 5 p.m. you're still bitching about that guy that cut you off at 7 a.m., you need to let that shit go. You know what I mean? Like, you know, because that's why you had a complete bad day, was because that first thing that happened, you didn't handle it right. You didn't respond. You reacted. You didn't respond. Right. So when you react, that's what, you know, all these other bad negative things start happening. But when you respond and be like, oh, you know, and I'm not saying like, oh, okay, he cut me off. Like, get mad, be pissy, like whatever, 5 minutes, whatever. But let it go. You can't keep stewing hours later over it, right?
Yeah, you got to let it go.
You know,
let it go. Well, I'll tell you what. So, guys, so we wanted to be respectful of your time, obviously, but we also wanted to, you know, kind of give you guys a little intro as to what we're going to be doing on this podcast. Different topics, different subject, different guest speakers. But I want Dani to talk on one last subject before we kind of close it out. And once again, we want to keep it under 30 minutes. I think we're at 26, 22 right now. But Dani's been trying to teach me the importance, and I'm learning on manifestation. Dani, I think by you talking a minute or two about manifestation, tell everybody why you got into manifesting. I know the secret had a lot to do with it, but I don't want to take away from your time. Tell us the importance of manifestation.
So it's all about, like I said before, like intending your day is manifesting. You know what I mean? Like, so when you step forward and like say what you want, like, and we say it in the Koga class all the time, and I say it to my clients all the time, speak about what you want. You know, thoughts become things, and it is a real thing. Thoughts become things. So the more you think about things that you want, you'll get them. For instance, you know, if, you know, you and I are talking about Billy Bob, we haven't seen Billy Bob in forever, you know, whatever, you know, wonder what he's up to, whatever. And then next thing you know, one of us is going to the grocery store. I'm like, oh no, guess what? I just saw Billy Bob. Why? Because you manifested that. You put your thought and your energy into what was going on with Billy Bob. The universe answers and responds. And the universe is always answering and responding. I see cardinals all the time, and people say, oh, that's not your mom. Some people say it is your mom. You know, whatever I believe, it is true, right? So thoughts become things. So when I see certain signs, you know, and you know, I believe, you know, that this was, you know, this was a sign from my mom, or this was a sign from the universe, or this is the path that I need to go, because it was kind of placed right there. So you have to be open and aware. And then Lewis just popped in, positive thinking, positive words. Yes. So, you know, you have to be just aware and present, and you have to speak about things that you want, not that you don't want, because again, thoughts become things. And when you speak about, I don't want any traffic on the road. I don't want this. I don't want that. The universe doesn't hear the don't part. It hears what you're saying. Traffic, you know, whatever, right? The universe is hearing that. So what you have to do is and that helps clean and make yourself clear, like not purified, but just purified in your thoughts.
Yeah.
Is just speak about things that you want. So if you don't want traffic, then you say, I hope the roads are nice and clear, or, I hope there's all green lights. So you're aware, and you want to say things that you want, not that you don't want. You got to keep those thoughts going, and before you know it, you're manifesting little by little by little.
That's awesome. Well, Dani, I think that was a great way to end this first KFIT Talk, Season 1, Episode 1. Dani, let everybody know how they can follow you on social media. Give them your tags on social media.
So Instagram, Dani_Knight16 or Dani K, Dani K Gym of Wellness. I am on TikTok. Somebody got me on TikTok. That is Dani Knight16. So follow that, Dani Knight16 on TikTok, on Facebook, obviously Dani Knight, and on Facebook, my business page, Dani Knight, Dani K Gym of Wellness.
All right, awesome. Yeah. And folks, you can find myself, Jon Koga, at Koga Fitness across all social media platforms. Also, please subscribe to our channels on YouTube. You have your Koga Fitness, your Dani K, and also look for the KFIT Talk as well on Twitter, Instagram, everything. So follow KFIT Talk with Dani K and Jon Koga. We want to thank you guys so much for allowing us to just engage with us for these 30 minutes, all right? And we love what we do because of each and every one of you. Koga Fitness is celebrating 20 years right now in 2021, and the only reason it's been possible is because of each and every one of you that been involved in our lives, all right? Family, friends, all that good stuff. We brought people together. Koga and Dani K have brought people together, and it's just, we're completely blessed to get to know each and every one of you, and we're looking forward to meet some new faces and going to some new places. So obviously, on behalf of Dani K and myself, KFIT Talk, we want to thank you guys for following us. We're going to get to the comments. I wasn't monitoring the comments today. Maybe we'll get somebody to monitor them on the next one. But we're doing this every Tuesday, Dani, right? At 2 p.m. Eastern time. All right. We'll have some new guest speakers on each week. Drop us a question. Drop us a comment. Drop us a concern. We want to do this for you. We're doing this for you.
Yeah.
All right.
If you have a topic you want us to speak on, drop it and we'll do it.
All right. So listen, like we like to say in the world of Koga and Dani K, one Koga love, one Koga night. We are out. Peace. I'm out, guys. Thank you, guys. Please share.
Thank you, guys.
All right. Thank you, guys. God bless. Excellent.